Hi, this is the video for the moves in G shape in the old Carter family song, Gold Watch and Chain. I'll go through the song slowly at first and then break down the walks. Darling, how can I stay without you? I have nothing to cheer my poor heart. This old world would seem sad, love, without you. Tell me now that we're never to part. Oh, I'll pawn you my gold watch and chain, love, and I'll pawn you my gold diamond ring. I will pawn you this heart in my bosom. Only say that you love me again. Take back all the gifts you have given, but a ring and a lock of your hair, and a card with your picture upon it. It's a face that is false, but is fair. Oh, I'll pawn you my gold watch and chain, love, and I'll pawn you my gold diamond ring. I will pawn you this heart in my bosom. Only say that you love me again. Tell me why that you do not love me. Tell me why that your smile is not bright. Tell me why have you grown so cold-hearted? Is there no kiss for me, love, tonight? Oh, I'll pawn you my gold watch and chain, love, and I'll pawn you my gold diamond ring. I will pawn you this heart in my bosom. Only say that you love me again. I'm going to go through the walks real slow and get the finger movements in place, and then we'll string them together. So the first walk is at the beginning of the song. The song actually begins on the 4 chord on the C. Darling, how? But to get into it, you'd vamp on the 1 chord on the G, and then walk up to the C. How can I? So I'll do that a few times through, just between the G and the C. And the walk is on this 2nd string, on the A string. I guess it's called the 5th string. I think technically 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and this would be the 5th string. I just refer to it as the A string. So, or the 2nd string when I want to. Anyways, you see what I'm talking about? This string right here, and down here on my right hand. So the walks are all going to happen on the A string, except on the G string when we walk back up to the G. So that's the thing to keep in mind for the right hand. You're going to be on the A string for the most part. So here, G, and then open A string, 2nd fret of the A string, and then grab your C chord. Now remember I said in class, the idea is you're grabbing your G chord, and then you're grabbing your C chord. Grabbing means put the whole hand down at once, not sequentially. So you've got your G chord, and then your C chord. But to add the walk, you're just putting 2 notes in between the G chord, open, 2nd fret, grab your C chord. Do it again, G, open, 2nd fret, grab your C chord, and notice the destination note. Bum, 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 bum. This destination note of that little melodic thing, which is the point, the melodic aspect of this, bum, 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 is under the 3rd fret, the A string on the 3rd fret. So if you play the C chord with 3 fingers, it will be what's under your ring finger. The point is, it's this 3rd fret. I will remind, in terms of talking about this, the 4-fingered C chord, that I always play it this way. One reason is when you get to the C chord and you're doing the boom chuck, the 1 and the 5, 1, 5, 1, 5. On the 4-fingered chord, you can do that without any extra motion. With a 3-fingered C, 1, 5, 1, 5. So that's an option if you want to play the 3-fingered chord. But I'm lazy, and that's just how I do it. 5, 1, 5. So let's go back to the beginning again. We're on the G. Darling, how can I stay? Now we're going to walk back down to the G. You're beginning here, 2nd fret, back to G. So what we've done is we've gone G chord, up to the C, open, 2nd fret, C chord, 2nd fret, open, G chord. I'll do that a few times through, slowly. G chord, walk, walk, C chord, walk, walk, G. A couple more times. Open, 2nd chord, 2nd fret, C chord, 2nd fret, open, G chord. second fret, C chord. Okay. Back down to G. Now we're going to walk up to D. From the G chord here, this index finger is the beginning of the walk to D. And you're literally going to walk from the second fret to the third fret. So you're on your G here. So when you got your G chord in place, second fret, third fret, that's the whole walk. G chord, second fret, third fret, and then you're going to go to your open D string, which is the root of the D chord. The idea of the walks is you're walking, in this case, up to the root of the D chord. And then walking up to the root of the G chord. And then back to the C chord. Walking up to the C note, the root of the C chord. Walking down to the G of the G chord. Walking up to the D. Walking back up to the G. Now this pattern goes all the way through the song, so up to the C chord. Down to G, second fret, third fret, D, open, second fret, G. I'll do that a couple more times. Open, second fret, C chord, second fret, open, G. Second, third, D, open, second, G. A good way to think about practicing these things is to first learn the song, get an idea of how the melody goes. If you need to capo it to sing it in a comfortable range for you, put the capo wherever you need to play it out of G. And learn the song with just changing the chords on time first. Depending on where you're starting out as a player, that may not be necessary, but I think it's a good step to do in any case, because what you're doing is not learning these motions, you're learning the song. Think of it as beginning with a song, beginning with the words and the melody. And because what we're doing is backing ourselves up with this. A lot of these motions, a lot of these walks will be corresponding to what's going on in the sung melody. Sometimes they'll be exactly with the melody, which will make a nice harmony part, or it will go counter to the melody, which makes it a real nice dynamic. Simply done muscle memory wise with the fingers, but it makes a nice little complication with what's being sung. So if you learn how the song goes vocally, and where the words come and where the notes fall melodically, you'll be able down the road to link it up with these little motions. I want to remind you at this beginning point, keep in mind we're talking about a G shape, a simple walk, A string, second fret, C shape. In between those, boom, chuck, boom, chuck, boom, chuck, boom, 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 chuck, boom, chuck. So you're leading the, how can I say this? The right hand activity is pretty much constant on the booms. Boom, 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 boom. if you think of leading with the bass notes and then putting the chuck behind it when you have a beat to do so. Now, I'm never sure describing in words if this is the right way to go about it, but you want to keep the boom chuck going. In other words, many times you won't play all of the walks. Most of the times you won't play all the walks. I'm showing you all the walks because it's a great way to practice. A song like this is really repetitive, same motions all the way through. So it'll be great practice just to get the muscle memory going for how to get from G to C to D back to G. But when you're actually playing the song, you'd probably, I don't know, like half of the moves or a third of the moves or something, because you want to use them to accent what you're singing. So, but all the way through, you're doing a boom chuck, which stays pretty stable. And if you learn the song just as the boom chuck version, which is a good practice to get your right hand doing a clean bass note, backbeat, bass note, backbeat, then you can throw in the walks. Having taught this a number of times before, I've been given to understand that the concept of getting the boom chuck down and then throwing in the walks where you feel the mental space to do that is a great way to begin to add the walk-ups. So, however it works for you, that may not be the way for you. But, so let me go through again. Darling, how can I stay here without you? I have nothing to ease my poor heart. This old world would seem sad, love, without you. Tell me now that we're never to part. To the chorus. Oh, I'll pawn you my gold watch and chain, love, and I'll pawn you my gold diamond ring, and I'll pawn you this heart in my bosom. Only say that you love me again. If it's helpful, the alternating bass thing, we're going for the 1 5 1 5 1 5 1 2 3 4 5 1 5 1 5, which pretty much sounds out the chord, just those two notes. So if you're leading with the bass, now you can hit other strings. In a way, it doesn't matter, and the variation can be kind of nice. But here at the beginning, I'm just showing you the idea that aiming for the 1 and the 5 on the boom chuck, 1 5, and then to go to the C, 1 5 1 5, back to G, 1 5, 1, 5, and then on the D, you go to the open D string, D, 1, 5, 1, 5, 1. Playing the G chord, it's pretty easy to land on that low string all the time. And then on the C chord, it's pretty easy to land on the second string all the time. On the D chord, and this is good target practice for the right hand, so that you can begin to do it without looking, and it'll just be feeling this little territory in here. Your right hand has whatever it is, like a couple inches to navigate to find the right string. So to navigate to find that D string and the A string below it, 1, 5, 1, 5. Most of the muscle memory stuff is going to happen on these 3 lower strings. So if that makes it, if it simplifies it and makes it more bearable at this point. So all the motion is basically on the bass is going to be happening here on the bass strings. So it'll mostly happen on the A string, up to the D string, and back up on the E string to get back into G. So I'm saying this to make you feel hopeful, because I imagine it's pretty overwhelming, the amount of information at this point. But this is really actually pretty simple stuff once it gets committed to muscle memory. The idea with the repetition, which gets kind of unmusical at times because you're doing it constantly, is to just get it so it's really easy, and then you can throw it in. It's a matter of kind of knowing, oh, I could do that right now. So going through the song, so you're just playing the chords. I will pawn you my gold watch and chain, love. You do that enough times, and I'll pawn you my gold. Oh, I could throw that in. Watch and chain, love. Then, oh, I could throw this in to get up to the D. Pawn you my gold. Ooh, back to the G. Diamond ring. That's, I think, a good way into it, because at the base of it all, you're learning the song. You're learning to play a good, clean boom chuck behind the song without stopping, without keeping the pulse of the song going. The pulses are going to happen on the bass notes. The bass notes are effectively like the bass fiddle in a string band. So you're providing that pulse all the time with the bass. And if you think of it as kind of leading with those bass notes, and then the backbeat, the chuck part, is less strongly played most of the time. It's like a shadow almost of the that's not a good way to put it. But the backbeat just it can be implied almost more than strongly played. What this idea begins to instill is the sense that what you're doing with your right hand is varying the pressure that you play each little thing that you do. There's kind of a minute variations in how firmly you hit each note. This is kind of obvious in a way, but it's something your right hand has to learn. That these motions that right now you kind of have to think about, once they get established, actually become musical on the strings. You're putting more force into something that you're accentuating to make it ring out more, and that can just be a little motion, 1 or 2 notes, and then you're back to an even boom chuck, and then you accentuate a couple of notes. So these are just ideas to think about as you begin to play this way. I'm going to ask you, try to keep the stiff pick going on in your hands during this this 6 weeks. I know it's awkward at times to play with a pick, but this is the whole point of the class. Because once you get into this, you'll get a lot of expression out of using a pick, and a lot more expression out of using a pick that gives you a lot of variation in how firmly you strike the string or how gently you strike the string. So I think this is a good start. I hope it works for you. I'll see you in class. Thanks.